All right, welcome back to the Brothers Gin. All right, so this is a very special episode. This week we're going to be talking about weapons. But first, let's pour ourselves some gin.
Let's take a shot of gin, as we do every episode. Or mine first. Sorry.
I'll place it on the table right here for you. Not too big. Thank you.
Play?
Pardon the sounds you may hear in the background. People where we're taping is doing some
Neighbors
lawn
are
work.
doing some construction. But let's not let that stop us for taking our shot of gin.
Yeah. Cheers.
To all you out there.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Gets easier.
It doesn't. Still feels like I'm drinking rubbing alcohol. The Seagrams, we have to change it up next time. Put in the comments below what your favorite gin is. Maybe we'll try it out.
Yeah, let us know if there's a difference between extra dry. There's like a sweeter one. I'm not actually sure.
I would love a sweeter.
Let us know.
All right, so weapons. So let me explain to you the plot real quick. So
Yes, let's hear it. I actually just watched this maybe 3 hours before we started recording.
3 hours before?
So it's fresh in my mind.
I watched this last night, so I am a little bit more spread out.
You had more time to do some research too. So
yeah,
let's hear it.
All right, so weapons is about 17 third-grade children who vanish at the same time at 2:17 a.m. All except one boy named Alex. They all disappear from the same classroom as well, and the movie takes place in a non-linear narrative kind of format. So basically, you're going to be jumping around from person to person or character to character, getting their backstory and interweaving the whole narrative together.
Yeah. What did you think of that? Did you like that kind of storytelling where it jumps back and forth between the characters?
I like that storytelling. I liked how you got to look at each character and it kind of delved deep into their emotions, their motivations, kind of all of that.
Yeah. I really liked it. I think, in my opinion, I liked how it jumped back because I was watching all the trailers. I was getting really excited for this movie, and I saw the perspective of is it Josh Brolin?
Yeah, Josh Brolin, the one who
Thanos, right?
and,
Okay.
Goonies.
You always see him on the screen in the trailer, and he's talking like, why is we not investigating her? I want to know, talk about her.
Mm-hmm.
When that didn't happen the first time, when it was just focusing on Julia or Justine, I was like, oh, that's weird. I remember this in the trailer, but it was different. And then when it jumped back to his perspective, that's when you see that scene from the trailer, and then I really liked it because you are seeing a different perspective from the character when you can think back to what Justine was going through at the same time this character's going through, and it's like you could really put the story together as it's happening, as they're telling you different perspectives.
I noticed that a lot with what was the character's name? The one who was in Marvel. What's his name? Juan. The
Benedict Wong.
Benedict Wong.
Marcus.
That was his name. Okay.
Yeah.
So when Marcus's storyline kind of interweaved with the Witches and Gladys, and then also showed how he eventually ran and attacked Justine. Yeah. I liked how that's basically an example of how it kind of interweaved his storyline into hers, and then into also Josh Brolin's storyline.
Yeah, I really liked that because I felt like we were getting half of the story. Like, if you really think about it, not much story is being told, but it was still a pretty long movie because they cut from, you see in this character's perspective, then it's the same situation, the same time, is now you're watching this character's perspective, and then it jumps to Benedict Wong's perspective, Marcus's perspective during that, and then I love that scene when they left it kind of on the cliffhanger at the end of what's the character's name? Josh Brolin? I forget.
Archer.
Archer. When it ends, Archer's perspective at the gas station.
Yeah.
And that, in my opinion, that's the creepiest scene. I don't know how they did it with the eyes, where the eyes are like bulging.
I love him as an actor in Marvel, but this is such a different role for him that I think he played super well. Like, he had such emotion in it.
Yeah.
And then also he had such good breaking. You know, like that's him after she Look at him smiling.
Yeah. Nice. But yeah, no, that when they pick up from that scene where they leave it off to where Benedict Wong Marcus is running after her, up being all scary doing the run, and then it cuts to what was it, Paul after that, where it's like
Then it goes to his perspective.
oh, it goes to right, it jumps to Marcus's perspective and how he got up to that point, and then when it gets to that point, it's now picking up from. It's no longer anyone's perspective because Justine, Archer, and Marcus are all in the same spot, and they pick up from.
Well, I think
this is what we're all talking about.
They pick up in Alex's perspective. He's the perspective where we get to figure out what everything's going on, like why Aunt Gladys is doing this, what's going on.
What did you think? Because I like to guess. I like to make guesses during the thing. I talked to Colleen during the movie. I'm like, I think it's this guy. I think it's this guy. This one, I thought it was the boy. I thought the boy was going to be like practicing witchcraft, not doing anything, like not really with the malicious intent, but saying like, oh, I wanted to make friends. I saw this thing online in some way, tried it out, and now it turned out bad, and it was the boy doing it. But I mean, once they showed from Alex's perspective, then you see like, oh, okay, it's not him doing it.
It's his aunt.
Did you know where it was going at all?
Well, actually, when I was watching it with Carrie, one of our producers, and my girlfriend, I was pretty much calling out the whole time what was going to happen. Like, I knew that there was going to be a physical witch. Like, it wasn't going to be the kid who was accidentally practicing. Like, I knew that you pouring yourself a little drink?
Yeah, I'm having a little. We still have some moonshine that we used in the It's Alive. We used in or one of the drinks.
That's the raspberry?
This is the
raspberry.
Yeah, the sour berry one.
Very cool.
So just gonna be sipping on that while we're chatting about it. But so actually, I want you to look this up because I thought about this just after the movie. Have you seen Barbarian?
No.
So I'm pretty sure the same people made Barbarian.
Well, the person
if you haven't watched it,
the person who made this was Zach Kreger. So if you want to look his name up.
Zach Kreger.
I do know that in the promo for this, it was something with the same people who did Barbarian. Oh yeah, it says right here. From the director of Barbarian.
So what's Barbarian?
Barbarian was just a quick, tangent. Barbarian was the story about this woman who gets an Airbnb in like Chicago or something for a job interview one night. In that Airbnb, there's like a secret basement that goes under the house, connects to all these weird tunnels. There's this old woman who's like the mother. It's like a monster kind of movie. It's not like this where it's a person practicing witchcraft. This person is the monster.
Kind of like never mind. I was gonna say like Mama, but no.
Now, maybe looking back, it doesn't seem like it's the same person. But I thought that was the same like actress as the old woman in this one.
That's so mean.
Okay.
She did not look that bad.
I mean, I haven't seen Barbarian recently, but yeah, ooh, yikes.
What about?
No, looking at it now, it's obviously not. But in my head, thinking back to the monster from Barbarian, it looked like it could be the same actress.
Could be
because she was like scary and old and stuff.
I think it was just the hair.
It's just the hair, the thin hair, the thinning hair,
thinning hair,
sure.
The thin gray hair.
But, anyways.
No, but so actually, look up Zach Kreger because not only did he direct it, write it, produce it, he also partially scored it.
Really?
So like he was very influential in this film, basically. American actor, comedian, and filmmaker. He co-produced, wrote, and directed
a bunch of movies.
Wait. Kreger also wrote and directed the 22 horror thriller Barbarian, starring Bill Skarsgård. You were right.
So he did write the whole thing.
He did write it, yeah. He wrote it, but he didn't star in it, nor did the woman star in it. But yeah.
But honestly, I think this one is leagues better than Barbarian. Barbarian was more of like a... I don't know how to describe it. What would you say?
Good. I liked Barbarian, but I feel like it started out being more like a classic thriller where you think it's going to be like there's somebody... Like, the Airbnb host set up some trap to get a woman and lure her in. And I don't think you mentioned this, but the Airbnb was accidentally booked by two people, a woman and a man. So it's like, it seems like the man is going to take advantage with her and stuff like that. But then it kind of turns out to be like, Yeah,
Oh,
the
the-
Star Star.
Oh, it was a
Then it
man.
kind of turns
Yeah.
out to be like it was like an experiment or something. I don't even remember.
Or it wasn't an experiment. She was like the mother of something, and like he became the child. There's a creepy scene where she's like, kind of, like
Well, yeah, Google it. So
breastfeeding.
I'll try to I'll read it out for the people who aren't watching, the non-watchers.
The people that are just listening.
In the film Barbarian, the titular monster is a deformed, inbred woman called Mother, who is the offspring of Frank, a serial abuser who kidnapped and sexually assaulted women to create his family in the tunnels under his house.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty creepy stuff.
Yeah, so kind of like at the beginning, you think it's gonna be like a classic like man chasing after woman, and then it kind of turns out like, oh, there's some creepy man that has this secret weird family down in the tunnels, and then the mother like starts attacking the people, and it becomes like a monster movie, almost like a body horror type.
In
It
that
throws
regard,
what you're thinking. It throws it for a loop. You're thinking one thing. Oh, this is going to be a scary aspect, and then it shifts completely to like, oh, actually, this is the scary aspect.
well, I was going to say, in regards to what you were saying, though, with the movie, it was pretty much like what you're saying. Like, you thought it was the kid the whole time, and then right at the end, when you saw the kid's perspective, thinking, okay, he's going to be the witch, it wasn't. So I guess
Right.
like
It's a
Zach
creepy
Craker
old
does
woman.
that.
Which I should have known earlier because you get all the flashes of the creepy old woman.
Yeah.
But first, we did see the kid Alex in the classroom looking all creepy.
Yes.
So that's
yeah.
why I thought I was like, oh, maybe he's the thing that's
Which-
causing the witchcraft.
Do you think the witch or Gladys put those projections? Like, for example, Archer. He had visions. Remember when the boy was under the covers?
Yes.
Did she put that there, or do you think that was his psychosis? Kind of like he was going.
I really don't know. Because even I was telling Colleen after the movie, what was with that dream? Because he knew he was dreaming. Because he wakes up and he sees himself. So was that kind of like an astral projection caused by the witch, you're thinking? Because he sees himself.
You're talking about
Goes
the
out.
scene with the weapon in the sky? The
The
217?
big gun, 217.
Yes. Yeah, the floating AR-15 in Archer's Nightmare represents the weight and violence looming over society. So if that's supposed to represent that, I don't know why if the witch would put it into his mind.
Right.
But well, I think Colleen pulls it up. The scene from the 2025 film, directed by blah blah blah, symbolizes the missing children and the larger theme of societal and personal weapons. Which I did like that though, actually, because and going into this movie, I was very curious of why they titled it Weapons, but now I kind of get it. Like from my perspective, they use the kids and people as weapons. It was tools.
That's what I was thinking. Like what the meaning would be.
Sorry to interject.
No, you're
but
good.
looking, it looks like some people are interpreting the 217 as a reference to the biblical verse,
Yes. Oh, that's what I thought. That's what. Yeah.
weeping and mourning over lost children.
Okay, I guess that you could relate that to like how these kids are pretty much like they're becoming new people in a way.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I don't
If you
know.
want to draw a parallel there.
They usually do 3 a.m. too as the witching hour, so
Right.
it was surprising they did 217. There definitely is something.
It also did seem like 217 had no significance. That was
Really?
just the time
That was just when it happened.
lit the thing on fire. It wasn't
Mhm.
like she was waiting for a specific time. It was just like, oh, I'm finished now.
What did you think about that though? Like, did you think that was scary? The running, the people running like that with the hands all
Yeah.
back and everything, or you didn't think it was?
I think it's more. It was more of a setup to be like this is eerie, like what's going on, build the suspense more than that being the actual scare.
Mm-hmm.
It was scary, but more in a what is going on kind of way, like a suspenseful. This is creepy. Why are these kids doing this? Rather than a oh my god, those kids are doing that. You know what I'm saying? Where
I
it's like it's really the deeper thing that makes me scared. It's like, well, why are these kids all running out into the street? Because
Yeah.
what scared me more is when they're running into the house and you see one come in
Mhm.
and then you see another kid running down the block. It's like, that's more eerie. That's not scary.
Yeah,
As in like, oh, this is the scare of the movie.
like
It's
there
more
was
of
one
this
kid
is
coming and then
creepy.
the next kid, and then you could see Alex's face, like, oh my god, like what's going
Yeah.
on? Yeah, I could see that.
Sorry, this is interesting. I was just looking this up. Apparently, Zach Crager, which as we said was a director, writer, whatever, that this pose was a reference to the Napalm Girl.
Napalm Girl.
Sure. Which is a photo from the Vietnam War, which I'm assuming it's this picture that I'm finding.
Oh, she did the napalm on her? Oh, no.
So this is from the Vietnam War, so apparently it's a reference to that, to represent that these children have no control over what they're doing and can't control where they're going, and they're being controlled, obviously, by the Switch.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Yeah. That is an eerie image, though. Like the spreading out of the arms, the running, kind of like you're just not in control of your body.
Mm-hmm.
The Naruto run, they call it. The Napalm Girl run, and then the Naruto girl. not a girl.
Yeah, it wasn't that scary for me. It was more of like the idea of it was a little scary.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, the mystery of it is
what's
got me.
What about that scene where she was sleeping in the car?
Oh, I
That
wanted to
was
talk
a
about that
scary
as soon
scene.
as I saw it.
And my eyes closed for that one.
Because
I
thought of it as it was coming. I was like, oh, like, because she stops at the thing and then she keeps walking. So it's like, for a split second, you're like, oh, she was going away from the car. She was just bypassing the car. And then you in the theater, the gasp from the audience, as soon as you hear the car door, like the door handle go, it was incredible. I was like, ooh.
You do not sleep in your car or with the car unlocked.
Leave it locked.
Yeah.
Because the fact that it opened up, like, that's when you were like, dang, that's so scary. Well, as I was saying before we started this podcast, the parasite image, the witch is kind of using these children to give herself like a life force. Kind of like she's stealing the life force from these kids.
Well, that was very evident in the film where she was like the parents aren't going to be enough. I need to get all the kids, and that's why she got all the kids.
Right.
But what do you mean by parasite though? How does that?
So parasite, on the day that she was teaching, on the whiteboard, they were learning about parasites, and then she talks about to one of the students, and they said like, oh, a tapeworm's a parasite. How it eats your food, it feeds on the host. And then before Marcus gets turned into, the crazy guy, before he gets, met by the witch at the house scene, he's watching a documentary about cordyceps fungus, how it takes over the ant's life pretty much and controls the ant.
So do you think that like the parasite was in the ant making her evil, or like how do you like?
I'm just saying that's the kind of imagery that's making me think. It's kind of guiding my thought process of saying, oh, she's kind of feeding off of these kids. Because when you said the parents were not enough, it's more thinking like, okay, she's either terminally ill and wants to prolong her life, or she's just like, dying of natural causes because she's so old that she needs these younger people to draw from their life. And that's why she needed kids.
Referenced on her way out how it's like the Mother Gothel in Tangled, how she needs Rapunzel's life force to keep herself young, and in this sense, she needed life. Gladys needed life to keep herself from dying.
What do you think about us not knowing how old she is? Because in what you were saying with Mother Gothel, like she was ancient, she was whatever. She was their aunt. Do you actually think she was the aunt?
I don't know. And that's a really good thing to bring up, because I don't know if they explored it, but it's definitely her aunt, because the aunt has been there for a day, and the husband and wife were talking about it to the son, saying like, oh, the aunt's staying over because she's ill. She was in bed for that whole time.
They have a history together, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. And then that's when the scene where he's driving his son, Alex, to school, and he was saying like, oh, I don't think she's not going to be here longer than a month. Pretty much saying like, she's got a month to live, essentially. Yeah. Then that's when she did all the witchcraft and was taking their life. So I think she is the aunt, and she did do something to her niece and nephew. or nephew-in-law, whatever.
I think that there might be evidence against that.
Oh, really?
Ooh, let's see.
Do you remember when she goes to Marcus's office and says, "Oh, they can't come; they have consumption"?
Consumption, yeah.
Yeah.
This is saying that is like obviously an old-fashioned term. Like you would never really say that today, like because
Yeah.
it is tuberculosis.
Even Marcus was like,
I thought that
consumption.
honestly,
You're like,
I thought that was a joke for like constipation. That's where my mind went. It was like where he was like, I never heard of that.
I got consumption.
I thought that was a joke because I heard people laughing and I was like, oh, that must have been a joke moment. So I was like, what's the closest thing to consumption? Like constipation, haha, you know? That's what I just skipped over it, but
Like her use of that word kind of hints that she's much older than
Much older.
someone who could be the parent's aunt. That she is
But-
from the 19.
But
she
what
was
theories-
in their bed.
what
for
theories do you
a
have? though?
while.
Do you think she mind controlled them to think that she was a part of the family for the whole time?
No.
I control them, but I think if you like insert yourself, like even just think your family, like you have people who are not technically your aunt that you would call your aunt. So if you grow up your whole life with calling somebody your aunt, but isn't actually related, so Gladys
Right.
could have just inserted herself into this family
Mhm.
to the point where the mother doesn't even realize.
And that makes
leads
sense.
that leads to a bigger theory that she knew that she needed this life force way ahead of time, so she implemented herself in the family
No,
years back.
No, because that could be it, but I'm also thinking it could be sooner because if she just said like, "Oh, I'm your aunt. I'm not doing well and this is happening." Her mother, Alex's mom's mother passed away. Right? So she was saying this is what my mother would do to help her sister.
Mhm.
But she doesn't even have to be the sister because in the car scene that we were talking about where he's driving Alex to school,
Mhm.
he says like, hell, I don't even know if she knows her that well. So it's
Okay.
like it could just be
Referencing-
she's doing it for family, but this is not family. Like she said, "Oh, I am your aunt," and then the mother was like, "We do things for our
Yeah,
aunts."
but I think she needs a little bit more of like, what if a stranger comes up to you and says, "I'm your aunt"? You're not going to just welcome them into your house. You need
Right,
some
that's
proof.
true.
He even
That's
does say like she didn't even come to her wedding, kind of indicating that she was
Wasn't right.
invited to the wedding. She just did not show up.
But that leads more. I think that
Right.
leads more credence to maybe she implemented those memories back in the thing. Like she didn't go to the wedding, but she was always there. She
Mhm.
didn't do this, but she was always there. You know?
I don't know. I just feel like she just inserted herself, like became really good friends with, with Alex's grandmother, and just became an aunt, quote unquote. And then just kind of Alex's mother grew up her whole life like, oh, that's my aunt. She's not related to me, but she's still my aunt.
Mhm.
All right. Well,
Could
speaking
you-
about Gladys,
Could you get me some water?
well,
I prefer a bowl.
this is called the Witch's Water, and it is being served in a bowl in honor of Gladys the Witch.
In honor of, like we should honor her. But I
We are the
understand.
horror podcast. We have to honor the witches.
I
Thank you.
prefer a bowl.
Did you send me what it was?
Ooh,
Right.
it smells minty.
Even though she didn't
What's
drink out
in
of it.
this?
Gin.
Cucumber water, mint, syrup, a simple syrup, and soda. Smooth, refreshing, and a little unsettling. That's apparently what this is.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See, I was hoping you guys were gonna lap it up like a dog, but
Oh, yeah, that's not happening. You know, that's not bad.
It's not bad. It is. Tastes like peppermint. It tastes like
Yeah,
if I just
I do like that.
chewed on a piece of gum and I was swallowing, like
Yeah.
the saliva.
Yeah,
tastes like what you would expect Gladys's water to taste like.
definitely not.
No,
I feel like Gladys's water would taste disgusting.
especially after she's thrown the stick in there.
Yeah,
she
and dipping
dipped
her
it.
fingers in her blood in there.
Yeah, no. It tastes much better than her water bowl.
Yeah.
And everything is going to be linked in the description below as last podcast. And leave in the comments below if you think we should do any other recipes that you would like to see on here.
It is good. It is good. Just thinking about her using the bowl for witchcraft stuff and
Why do you think-
ceremonial stuff.
Why do you think she chose a bowl? Like, was there a purpose for that?
Yeah, I was looking it up just slightly right after the movie,
Mhm.
like what kind of witchcraft was used. and it was like a ceremonial witchcraft.
Yeah.
So the bowl, like the stick, symbolizes like the wand in the thing where you would make
Okay.
a wand, and then the bowl is for like it was like to cleanse it. It's like this is the pot. You know how you normally see like a witch's cauldron. It's kind of like this. It's more of a ceremonial witchcraft.
Mhm.
I haven't dived that deep into it,
Not like
so I don't
spell-based,
know.
not verbal, where she's doing incantations, and it's
Right.
not like she's doing potions.
She wouldn't use this
or-
book.
She wouldn't use that book.
It's
She's
more of like a ritual.
natural, maybe like a natural type of.
Yeah, like she uses
Witchcraft.
a stick from the thing. She breaks the stick to represent like you're attacking
Snapping.
someone, snapping.
Well, like you're
When
snapping.
Benedict snapped,
Yeah.
or Marcus snapped.
I think that's what.
Interesting.
So they snapped, but in the end, Archer was able to come back from it. So I guess once she dies, it reverses.
That's what I was thinking. But then Connie and I were talking about it because the voiceover we hear, the narrator in the beginning of the movie saying this happened and we don't know what happened, the police covered it up. That was coming from a couple years later.
Okay.
And the kids still haven't regained everything. I'm thinking, now looking back, the longer they're under whatever it is that the witch did, like the spell, the like hypnosis kind of, where they're just becoming like a brainless zombie, sitting there doing anything that the witch commands. The longer they're under that, the harder it is to come back.
Okay,
Because
so
Archer was there for not even 5 minutes before the kids tear the witch apart.
yeah,
Literally.
we can talk about that scene.
Did you like that scene?
I thought that was very like gruesome, but also maybe a little improbable. Like, what are the odds that kids could grab a person's head and rip the jaw apart?
I think it's a little bit more plausible than you're thinking,
Really?
especially since, I mean, you know, like that whole thing where it's like they say if you bite your finger, you can bite
You
your
can bite
finger
your
like
finger
it's a
off.
carrot.
Yeah.
You can rip it off because your jaw is that strong, but your brain stops you.
So you're thinking if they had no brain to stop them, you could easily rip a.
Or it's just like you could punch out a car window if you had no, like, your brain wasn't telling you this would hurt. Just like Marcus does, he punches out her window.
Mhm.
Just like the parents do, they're punching down the wooden door. Like,
Exactly.
you probably could do
Or they're
that.
stabbing themselves in the face. Like you could stab yourself in the face.
Right,
But you don't.
could.
You could
you
just
would
stop.
You would
before-
not. Exactly.
Yeah, you'd be
But
like,
they
no,
have
don't.
none of that. They don't have that filter, so they just stop. Like you would never stab yourself, and if you did, you would probably stab yourself once, and then the second time would be like just poking.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
they were just like going at it. So I think it is plausible for them to like rip someone apart, especially 17 children
It was 17.
on one tiny old frail lady.
Yeah, I mean, it was a frail lady. I feel like you can with her too, especially. Like she didn't look very like bulky.
No, she didn't. She looked fair. And when they were like ripping the skin off.
Yeah,
like,
I know
ugh.
that was a gruesome scene. There
Yeah.
wasn't very many gruesome scenes in here, other than maybe when he got stabbed with the needle. Like that was pretty disgusting.
Yeah. Well, that was more of like, what kind of horror is that?
Slashed his
Oh, that's true.
pretty
That was,
gruesome.
and then you
But it wasn't like
Like you saw his
focused
face.
on.
It was
But
yeah,
then, yeah, you saw
the
like,
skull. Coming
yeah,
out.
and just like the bottom. Or when Marcus got hit by the car,
Yeah.
and you see his head just everywhere.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's
I
gruesome.
get, but that's not gore. Or that's gore, but not like you know what I'm talking about, where it's like
Yeah, it's
like when they
not
go
like-
to the eye and you're about to touch it. That's more
Yeah.
like incidental gore. Like
I think they were playing on the certain fears because if you are afraid of needles,
Mhm.
that one scene where he pokes his hand or gets stabbed in the face is probably a lot scarier than if you're just
you were.
looking at it surface level. Because really, what the only damage that happened, if he was healthy, didn't have any bloodborne, diseases, and nothing that could be passed on.
Mhm.
You just got 3 little holes in your face. You're fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You started talking about
yeah.
the Archer and why it would take the kids so long to come out.
Yeah. Archer was there for 5 minutes, not even.
Oh.
And then she gets ripped apart, which is probably more plausible than we think.
Yeah.
And he just immediately turns back and was like, where am I? Whereas, like, even the kids still aren't
We're just
there
standing there
because they
and
were
he
there
had
for, like, months. He said it was like the
I can
past
see
2
that.
months. when this happened.
It's a month later. It's 30 days after the kids get kidnapped.
That's what you hear on the police intercom when Paul is driving.
And you have to think the parents were under for at least a few weeks before the kids even got kidnapped.
Right.
Because Alex was living with his parents like that for.
Well, he was hugging his parents after they came out of that thing. They were hugging each other.
But the parents weren't hugging him.
You think he was hugging the parents?
At the end, like the little girl, it's
He
like,
got relocated.
and Alex's parents are still being fed
yes.
at some facility.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Alex got relocated with a different family. CPS probably. What did you think? Everyone was laughing whenever she was on screen in the theater. I was
physically laughing, like,
They were like, ha, ha, ha.
Really? A couple of times, like, where people were laughing out loud, and I was like, this is not funny.
I was like, that brought
a
so much
stereotypical
fear.
clown. The red lipstick, the orange hair. You could even see the blue mascara on the eye, kind of like that makeup. So I guess, like, she is kind of clown.
Do you think that's another fear they were trying to play off of?
Probably,
That's like the clown, needles.
In the woods, too.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered at the end when Gladys was getting chased by all the kids, people were laughing.
Okay.
Like, continuously laughing.
To be fair,
Was that
was
funny?
a funny scene when she was running through the house and she was like, please stop. Like, that was kind of funny.
I thought
was
it was,
like more disturbed. I was like, dang, like these kids are 17 kids are. I was like, felt like, what is it, like vindictive? I was like, good. She deserves to be chased by these kids.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yes,
were
what she
providing the
deserves.
life force, and now these kids that were providing you life force are going to rip you apart.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like, I had that feeling of like, yeah, get her. But people were laughing.
The theater was, like, laughing repeatedly during that scene.
So I was like, I mean, it's a funny scene to watch, but that feeling more of like seeing Gladys in like a vulnerable position where she's freaked out now is more, for me, it wasn't a feeling of like laughter. It wasn't funny. It was more of like, yeah, that's what you get.
Just desserts kind of thing.
So it's like, it wasn't scary for me, but it wasn't funny.
All right, leave in the comments below, why do you think people would laugh? Because I don't see why there would be like laughter in that for that. It would be more of just like, oh, like you're saying, like, oh, she's getting what she gets, or oh, don't do that. Oh my god, like gore, but not like
it's more
no
like
comedy.
It's not a scary feeling of like, oh, that shouldn't be happening to this person. It's more of like, that's happening to someone who deserves it. You know? Where it's like, this Gladys definitely deserved to get her skull ripped apart because of the trauma that she
caused all the kids.
Everyone that was involved. And it's just like more of like a, yeah, she got what she deserved, more than a like, haha, that's funny, an old woman's being ripped apart. I don't know why people will laugh at that. Yeah, please let us know.
Yeah, that's weird.
Did you find that funny, or was that kind of like a turning the tides kind of feeling for you? Let us know.
It also wasn't just one person. Like, it was definitely multiple people.
I think we were the only ones that weren't.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe you missed something that
maybe I did.
I get it was funny because like she was like in like a robe running through it. She was like all tattered up and running from kids. I guess so you could say
that's like the funny thing.
Yeah.
The one funny scene with that was when the guy was mowing the lawn and he sees the old woman running. He's like, "What is that?" And then the group of kids running after.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of funny because it's like, what's going on? Because if you're not really thinking about the incident, if you're not affected, this just happened in a town. It's a month later, and you see an old woman running through the street. You're gonna be like, "What?" And you maybe find it funny.
Going downhill.
Yeah, it's like first the kids, now this woman. What is going on? But I don't. The other scenes, I don't understand how.
Because it also
Everyone's
wasn't just that scene. There were a couple of scenes where people laughed. Like, I can't remember specifically.
The consumption scene, people laughed. That's why I was like, is it a joke?
I feel like there was laughs in the scene when she was at Marcus's house.
Yeah, well, I think it was because of the reaction of Marcus's husband, I think, that where it was like looking at him like, oh, what is this old woman? Like, because she looks like a clown. Like, she has all the makeup on. It's like overly done. They were laughing
Did you think
at
it
her
was
face.
a comedy though? Did you think there was a lot of humor in this movie? Because I didn't.
No.
I laughed at one part. And there were people that definitely laughed multiple times during this movie.
Honestly, it wasn't that scary of a movie.
No.
In like today's sense of what scary is. Because honestly, I feel like today, more and more, what kind of scary you see
Mhm.
is jump scares. So it's like
Yeah.
there's nothing happening, there's no sound being played, and all of a sudden something happens, a big flash of light, a big, flash of sound or whatever. It's just right in your face now. That's scary. That's not scary to me.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they didn't do that many like jump scares. It was more of like the psychological where Justine is sleeping in the car.
I was just about to say.
You see
yeah,
her
like,
walking
that's not, I
towards
wouldn't
it,
say
all
that's a jump
creepy.
scare. Like, even
No.
though you're expecting one. You're like, when
Right.
is she going
You're
to,
I thought, and this is maybe where Weapons takes a turn. I thought she was going to punch the window. Boom, that's
yes,
the jump
and that
scare.
was the
Scary.
jump scare.
But it was such a better scare when she walks to the other side of the car and you hear the car door open. You're like, oh my God. Because you just saw her with like a shiny object. Could be a knife. You didn't know it was scissors.
Well, still, it's a knife, 2 knives.
Yeah, you don't know that it's like what's going to happen. She's walking all creepy from outside the house that is creepy. And then it's like that whole thing is building suspense. And then when she opens the car door, that's not the payoff for the scary. That's like just upping the level of suspense.
Well, you could say that's kind of like the
scary.
jump scare. Like, that's the jump scare in and of itself.
Right.
When the thing opens, you're like, oh, like, what's going to happen now? And then they just let it go down low. It's like,
that's what I think makes like this scary stuff better. Because with jump scares, it builds it, and then releases it with a big scary sound. Where it's like, yeah, your heart jumps for a second. You go like, because everyone's afraid. Like, if I clap in your face, you're gonna blink. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a reflex. Don't play on my reflexes. Play on my like thoughts.
Psychological horror.
Yeah,
exactly.
And that's good because Weapons
better horror.
Build it, and then even though it wasn't scary, it just fell off kind of where she cut her hair. Nothing gruesome happened. No big jump scare. That pulling of the car door was an incredible scare because everyone in the audience gasped, and I was like, "Ooh!"
Is there any other spot in the movie though? Because we talked about this before and now, but like, is there another spot that there was a scare like that? Because that's pretty much the only one. There was the jump scare with Archer, and then the scare with what was his name? The drug addict.
James. Another J. A lot of James.
When he was in the woods running, he saw the witch when he was running away from the cop.
And he was like, "That's not real. That's not real.
That's not real. That's not real." That's why he stabbed the cop and everything. That was also an effective scare too, kind of like that you can't escape me scare. Not like a jump scare. It's similar to psychological horror. Like, I'm always watching you. I know where you are, and like your house is not safe. Your tent house, Yeah.
No matter where you go.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Well, because at that point you can go back to when Justine was sleeping at home. She lays down in bed. She looks up, and that was because then also that was a jump scare, but they played it off well because it was you knew something scary was going to happen. Right, they build it up, but then after that, it just left you with more questions rather than like, oh well, that's the demon. You know what I mean? Like a jump scare at the beginning of the movie to set up the scary person or the scary aspect is better than say like some of the Conjuring movies. Yeah, they'll have like that's the demon that we're trying to fight. We know that, but then they'll just put that and then be like, oh, big loud noise, big scare. It's like those movies are good, but if you only have that in a movie, like, have you watched Smile?
No.
That was one where it was mainly jump scares for the scare.
Really?
The first one, at least.
I thought that would be more psychological, because that won awards and everything. I thought they would have...
I feel like it's both. I feel like there's definitely a lot of jump scares, but it is also, like, it is a psychological, but there's a lot of the, like...
Jump scare, okay.
I feel like the scary aspect is the jump scares, but the only psychological horror is like the plot.
The concept is psychological, but like the scares are definitely jump scares.
Because it's pretty much it's a demon that passes on like via trauma. So like it starts off with this woman who's a psychiatrist or whatever. She's a doctor. She's helping out this patient who's suicidal. The patient kills themselves in front of her, passing on the trauma onto the doctor. Then she like sees stuff. All the scares are jump scares. But like that idea that you see something traumatic and the trauma gets passed on to you, and now you have a demon chasing you. Yeah, that's like the psychological horror because it's like sometimes that could happen, you see something. If you see like two people hit in a car accident, you know what I'm saying? Like that could
bring that
happen to
with you.
people.
You bring that with you because, like, once you see that,
Right.
I know after I see something horrible on the road, I'm driving more safe. I'm driving like that could happen to me. Like, oh my
Right.
god. So
That's like
you
the
bring it with you.
psychological aspect of like
Yeah.
relating to trauma or like living with trauma that you have seen.
Mhm.
But the scares were like very jumpy, and it wasn't like really building psychological horror. Which
Okay.
I'm a big fan of the
It
psychological
was just
horror.
jump
aspect.
scare to jump scare to jump scare
Yeah.
to end.
Have you seen? Because also The Conjuring ties into Annabelle, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Annabelle, but I have seen Annabelle Creation,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of like The Conjuring.
Yeah.
It's very similar like vibes to it, but
I want. Do you know who owns Annabelle now?
yeah,
Yeah.
we were just talking about this
Really?
at the movies. Yeah,
You didn't know about it before you went to the movies?
No,
Matt Rife.
So stupid.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's because he's letting people stay there for overnight at Ed and Lorraine Warren's house.
So stupid.
He bought it with somebody else. That guy.
Well,
over
maybe
there.
I'm biased because I don't think
This
he's
is Elton
funny.
Cafe. He's a YouTuber, and apparently he's been trying to buy Annabelle for a long time. Like, he's been basically begging whoever owned Annabelle previously to sell Annabelle.
I like the
thing
the
is,
person who previously owned Annabelle.
Because Annabelle was just on tour, and a lot of bad stuff happened with that. And
he himself in his hotel room.
But
with
how much
Annabelle.
how much of that is like religious psychosis, and how much of that is actually the entity that possesses Annabelle?
You went from
Because
skeptic to believer in the same sentence. She's like, how much is that a psychosis, or how much is that is the demon that's possessing him? You're like, whoa.
no, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think that the people that now own this doll really believe that this doll is haunted and has an entity to it. I believe they're doing it for a quick gag, to be funny, to make more money off of it. I don't think they're respecting Annabelle in whatever. Even if you don't believe it, people are unaliving, if you will.
Yeah.
And like, if you're just gonna make jokes about it, or like, I don't know. To me, it seems fake. But again, I'm biased. I'm not really a big fan of Matt Rife.
You're
I
not
don't
a fan of Matt
I don't
Rife?
think he's that funny.
I used to
But-
watch Elton on YouTube.
Elton?
Yeah, that's the
that's the other guy?
other guy who bought it. And he did do a lot of the scary content. And he was definitely like one of the respectful ones where it's like, where the other ones would kind of like buy the big boxes and open them and stuff. He was always kind of like, you can't mess with that.
But
Like, that's
it's giving
bad.
like Sam and Colby.
But you know that stuff is fake.
He did used to do a lot of
It's giving.
I know he did. All
It's
those.
giving.
Yes, it's giving off the vibe.
It's giving.
I
off
just
the vibe.
shorted it.
You shortened it.
You say you see stuff
Can we-
on TikTok like unalive, but not giving. Come on.
Well, I mean, can we talk about giving? Can we talk about that?
yeah,
What is? Why do we short it? Why do we take out the vibes?
it's giving. Doesn't know what he's talking about.
elder millennial.
yeah,
I'm not that old. It's giving.
you
I
are.
don't
You are a
understand.
late. You are a later.
Why did we take out the vibes? Is there a reason?
Shorten it.
And who started
Shorten
it?
it. I don't know.
You
TikTok.
shortened it?
Well, because you could say it's giving in any situation. Like, you do anything, you just go, it's giving.
Yeah, but then at that point,
like-
don't add the giving. It's just saying it's.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
It's annoying. It's giving annoying. It's giving annoying vibes. They're all the same thing.
Exactly. So what's the problem?
You don't have to actually call them out. Like, if somebody's being annoying, you just have to be like, it's giving.
Yeah, it's like it's alluding to.
But then I could just be like, it's. I don't know. I think you could. It's so weird.
It's giving Sam and Colby, where it's fake. And Christina, our sister's off camera watching us, and she loves them.
Love Sam and Kobe so much.
They're fake though,
What do you mean? Okay, so
and they don't respect it. So let's just wrap up weapons before we get into this bigger tangent of
yes. So
ghost investigators.
weapons
Fake ones.
out of 10
Yeah.
brothers gins, what would you give it?
Honestly, I'm gonna have to give it a 9.5.
9.5?
It was great. It's deserving of a 10, but I feel like we're so early on in reviewing horror movies. If I
Mhm.
give everything a 10, it kind of, demeans the value of a 10.
That's true.
They did have some flaws. Some of the jump scares kind of cheesy.
Mhm.
But obviously the good aspects completely outweigh the bad aspects. So good. Easily a 10, but a 9.5 because there's some things where I'm like, you know,
Nah, I feel that. I don't want to give it a 9.5. I think that's a little too high. Too much
high?
praise. Yes, actually, I'm
Really?
going to give it like an 8.
okay,
I think it's a very good movie. I think the storytelling was phenomenal. I think I loved how they went back and forth and all of that. I just think they should have put a little bit more backstory into Gladys. Like we said, how we
Yeah,
didn't know her
okay.
backstory. We didn't know how old she is, where she came from, how her powers work. We get it. Like,
Right.
I know that it sticks. But like, it would be cool to see like maybe it was tied to a coven. Maybe there was a
Yeah.
grimoire. Maybe there was something else, you know?
Mhm.
Maybe how she started back in the 1600s. It was Agatha all along.
that is a fun witch thing we could talk about. Like that, a whole idea of witches. How like
I didn't see the second
Didn't-
season, The Witch's Road or whatever. Or not the second season. There's only one.
yeah, you
I
didn't
saw
watch
s-
it then.
I saw this. No, I didn't watch it. I saw the Scarlet Witch one. What was that?
Oh, that was what was that with Doctor Strange in it? Was that
No,
that
not
one?
Doctor Strange in it. No, the movie, the TV show. I mean,
Oh, WandaVision.
WandaVision. I watched that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's giving off the vibe of
That's giving.
alluding to
What is it giving?
the same thing as what happens in Weapons. These people are under this spell.
Yes, actually, it's a great tie-in.
I mean,
Awesome.
you made it. You made that connection, so it is great.
Right?
I really think.
I'm
Yeah,
unintentionally.
unintentionally, you made that connection, and it's
So yes, look,
really
I
good.
knew this all along. So basically, they're under mind control, just like weapons.
yeah. Wait,
So yeah, basically, she is like Gladys.
yeah. Well, it's a lot less malicious. She's not drawing life. Well, I
Well,
guess
she is.
but she has like the reality stone, so it's like she's more like manipulating reality instead of doing witchcraft. where she's-
Agatha is more
doing
Gladys than
rituals
because
and-
she's taking life force. She's taking her powers
yeah.
because that's she took the powers of the coven.
Spoiler for
Spoiler for WandaVision if you didn't see
well,
it.
this is for Agatha all along, but she quite literally lures the witches and
Yes.
steals their powers. That's like her whole shtick.
Which one,
Yeah.
Agatha?
So in
In the Witch's Road?
yeah, in the Agatha movie,
It, just like this was her like background.
Oh, her background. I thought you meant in the
She,
TV show.
she had a child. She lost a child.
Mhm.
And what she was then doing to get all the power and stuff, she made this fake thing called the Witch's Road. The Witch's Road doesn't exist.
Agatha made that?
She literally made it up to lure witches in.
So there was this thing where they do a song and dance. They open up the Witch's Road, and they travel the Witch's Road.
Mm-hmm.
And when you get to the end of it, you like succeed and all that stuff. You get all your powers. You pass the tests of the road. That road doesn't exist. She created the song of the road to steal all these witches' powers. So in the thing, when you see the road open, she's like, "What?" Because it's never supposed to open. There was nothing there. Turns out the son of Wanda
Is
is the witch.
well, isn't he
Fletcher?
a famous
What's his
person?
name? What's his name?
Wiccan. He's Wiccan.
Yeah.
He's one of the most powerful people in the comic universe,
Yeah.
Marvel
So-
universe.
He created the witch's road that they travel on in the show. So when it opens, Agatha's like, "What the heck?
This is not real.
This isn't real." So she, the whole time, everyone's like, "Agatha, what do we do?" And she's like, "Oh, I don't know."
Because she doesn't know. Because it's like, she's like, because the theory, like the way she plays it off is she's the only witch that made it to the end of the Witch's Road. So they're like, "What do we do now?" And she's
Yeah.
like,
I don't
"It
know.
shouldn't exist."
So how did it end? I didn't watch it. I'm not gonna probably watch it. So give me some spoilers. Spoiler warning.
Death.
Death. I know her. She's a character. She comes
Yeah.
and kills
What's her
Agatha.
name?
That is Agatha's lover.
They
So
were
then they have a
lovers.
lovers quarrel.
Oh,
She can't
okay.
escape death.
But wasn't
She becomes
Thanos?
powerful.
Doesn't Death and Thanos?
In love with Death, but then she resents Death because Death took her son away from her. So it's
The
like,
child.
yeah.
But
She
it
loves
ends
death.
pretty much. Billy is then now going to search for his son, his brother, that was in.
Yeah, in a different universe.
Yeah. But essentially, you remember at the end of WandaVision when the whole thing breaks down,
Yeah, and they go back to normal.
they he took over the body of someone who was recently dead in a car crash.
Yeah, so like at the end of WandaVision when
that's his consciousness.
Yeah, Billy Maxlock's consciousness goes into this.
That body. Okay.
That's why they look different. That's
how they're playing off the actor changing. I got you.
Yeah. Someone who knows a lot more about Marvel than
more.
I would, Marvel Comics,
Mhm.
about Agatha, who Agatha was. Collector's Confessions.
Yes.
Who collects comic books. Probably has read more comic books than I would even know exist.
Oh yeah, I watch his stuff every day. Not every day. I watch his stuff a lot.
Or maybe once a week.
And he has an extensive collection that he has.
And he goes into depth about all things Marvel. It's just a great YouTube channel. You guys should check it out.
Definitely
Hopefully
check it
he can
out.
Come on.
And suggest, if you can, in the comments, maybe some topics for horror comic books that maybe we could try to bring up and talk to him about.
Yeah.
We could see his take on it. Just the comic book guy.
Yeah. So check out his channel because he probably knows way more about Agatha and can explain and relate it to the witches that we're
He would know the
about.
exact edition that he came out in, kind of thing.
Oh, for sure. Yep.
Very cool.
Yeah. But what do you think about, do you prefer like magic kind of witches, whereas like the power comes from something else other than rituals? Like we have a bowl here that was used in like a ritual.
There's different kinds of magic. Like Harry Potter, there's unlimited magic. So you say spells, your energy doesn't run out, but you could keep doing spell after spell after spell as long as you know it, basically. Whereas this magic, there doesn't seem to be spells, but it's as long as you have the material, you can do it. And then there's other magic, whereas like you can do it maybe without even saying anything or needing anything, but you'll run out of energy.
It's something you tap into.
Yeah,
like Merlin.
Exactly.
Think back
like
to Merlin, it's like
he gets tired maybe after a while.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's something he can tap into. It's like if you know the spells and you can incant it, then you're pretty much doing the spell. You know?
Well, Merlin in that TV show, he was the one where he didn't have to speak and he could do it. So it was pretty much that just doing it.
Other people would have to speak. Merlin was the greatest sorcerer who can just
I prefer weapons,
that kind of
magic architecture over like MCU, where it's like it makes sense in some weird way. Like, okay, nature, you get a stick. Okay, of course you get the person's hair. Okay, of course you put your blood so you know who's control. Like, it just makes logical sense somehow, even though it's not logical. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not really based in reality, but there are people who are into witchcraft that truly believe that you could do this. Like people that think crystals really do something.
Exactly.
Like, they're just rocks, but if you think about it, you know.
Well, what's your personal belief on that? Do you believe that rocks and all that hold energy?
No.
No?
To me, it's very similar to astrological signs. Not a big fan of that.
See, so I am not a believer in astrological signs. That's going to be a very big debate. Put in the comments if you believe or not.
My number one thing is the stars have changed spots in the sky since when they were first created.
Not even that. There's no relation to the stars and you. I'm sorry. There is absolutely none. And it doesn't change monthly. Like, oh, this month you're going to wake up Taurus, the Mercury rising.
That's such like an egocentric thing of saying like, well, I was born when the universe looked like this. When it's like, well, in reality, the people that made the rules about your astrological sign, all these people did not know how you would be acting when the sky changes from when they first made it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
they don't know you. Like they don't or they don't know even maybe like societal patterns that maybe they could predict what you're doing based on when you were born. They don't even know that.
No.
Like it's not.
And that's the thing. In the newspaper, the horoscopes are in the entertainment section.
Yeah.
Like they don't even claim to be.
They're not factual.
I mean,
also
I do believe like thought has like is important. Like if you think manifesting, it's not real.
The Secret,
but
that's the book, The Secret. I think it's all about manifesting your innermost.
Yeah, I do believe that has some like actual power. Not because the universe is going to will it upon you because you're thinking it. Because if that's what you're thinking of, subconsciously, you're going to make all the right decisions to lead you to that. So if you think it and you manifest it, you're not manifesting the universe to do it. You're more subconsciously altering yourself to see these outcomes.
Yeah, you're
And to get to
basically
that
you're
point.
seeing yourself in those shoes, and you're getting yourself
Right.
there, basically.
Because you know how many people would win the lottery?
Manifestation does actually work.
What happened?
Doesn't that mean manifestation does actually work then?
Yeah, but not in the sense that people are saying like, "Oh, the universe will send it my way." It's like you are the universe, so you would be sending yourself that way.
You can't manifest and
Instead
do
of
nothing.
something
You have to
having come to
manifest and do something.
Wait,
You can't
yeah.
like, I'm gonna do this, and just sit there and have it done. You know, you have to do it.
That's
Also,
I should
but I
write,
was- but I
should
was
write some
thinking-
lyrics about that.
All those astrological signs aren't like those suns and all that are in different positions since they're billions of light years away.
Yeah.
They look completely different.
Uh-huh.
They just look like that now.
You know, and we're going to talk about this maybe in the future, but about
Future.
time, how it's all relative. I was just watching something.
No, people
Star
assume that
Talk.
time is a strict progression from cause to
Cause to
effect,
effect.
but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more of a big ball of wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Stuff?
Continue.
I was watching Star Talk
Yeah.
with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
How if two people are in one position, let's
Mhm.
say we are here, you're staring up at Andromeda,
Uh-huh.
the nearest galaxy. I am running, right? And as soon as we pass, so you're sitting here looking up, as soon as I get to you looking up, since I'm moving,
Mhm.
the light that is coming from Andromeda is about like years apart
From when you are.
from my perspective.
Yeah.
So you're looking up, you see something, let's say one day, I'm running, I look up, we're sitting next to each other now. We both look up at the same time, but I'm moving. I'm seeing something years later
It's time dilation.
Yeah.
Because you're
I'm moving.
fast.
It's all relative.
Velocity and all that.
Right.
That could be another podcast. We could
Yeah.
talk about astrophysics. That'd be fun.
That'd be so cool.
I would like that.
Weapons was great. 9.5.
9.5, 8. The only reason I gave it an 8 is because, like I said, backstory of Gladys. I think we need to give more backstory.
For sure.
All right, you want to take a shot to end it out?
Yeah, let's do it.
A very small
I
shot?
still have moonshine, so I think I'll pour you a small shot and
Yeah.
finish off my moonshine.
Yeah, give me a little bit of gin. You can finish the moonshine.
Or do you want some?
I already drank some of
You
that.
drank
gin,
some?
Or
All right, I'll
that
pour you.
moonshine.
A little bit.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right.
All right.
To another great episode.
To another great episode. Cheers.
See you next time.